Yes. Although, there are times of the year where you may not be able to enter the water, seasonal conditions and so forth, but yeah, there's lots of places you can swim, particularly in the dry season. So from mid-year, June, most of the park will actually be open and you'll be able to access those, beautiful waterfalls, beautiful waterholes. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And that's the only place you want to swim. So if you're going into any of the national parks, that's the only place you want to swim in, is those designated swimming areas. They are specific locations, and pretty much the roads lead you to them. And there's some big names or common names: Bewley, Florence, Wangai Falls. They're very easy to access. Places like that. But if they're sort of on the map, such as Green Ant Creek, Cascade Falls, there's two levels to Cascades. Lower section and the upper section. The upper section is more commonly open, so once again seasonal down in the lower parts, but and it'll tell you before you even get there, open for swimming. Yeah, well, there's a variety. Obviously you're going to get a few of the native fish within the water itself, but around those swimming areas, you never know, you might see a few water monitors hanging around, things like that. Doesn't matter where you go, there's always going to be an element of risk with swimming. As guides, so we're quite informative on the individual locations and what those risks might be, like slippery rocks and stuff like that. Okay, be careful entering the water. Some water holes might be a little bit cooler than others, so if you just go stepping straight into it, you might get a cold shock or something like that, so just be wary of that. Any time of the year. Cooler during what would be the winter months in Australia, but summer up here, if you like, beautiful summer up here. The tropical summer, wet season. There are locations that will be closed, but yet there are still some locations that are open. They do get closed for like a day. It all depends on the rainfall, the seasonal conditions once again. So parks will manage those. They'll have a sign up, turbulent water, so please don't enter water, that sort of thing. But yeah, you can still check that out. You can actually go to the government website if you're coming into the region that time of the year. So the NT government website, Parks website, and they'll be able to tell you as well, have a quick look. Litchfield National Park, is it open? Florence, Bewley, they're sort of the main two. Upper Cascades will more than likely be open as well. But check it out before you go there. Pretty much everywhere you sort of stop within the park at these individual locations, there'll be toilet facilities and change rooms. Yep, lots of guided. We do a day trip down into Litchfield. Yeah, absolutely. In the designated swimming areas, there are, once again, seasonal conditions. There will be parts of Litchfield closed, water holes closed due to the water levels being up. So you've got those current risks and stuff like that, flooding, flash flooding. And then, of course, during the tropical summer, you've got crocodiles. It's breeding season for the estuarine crocodiles. Typically, when we talk about crocodiles, we are referring to the estuarine crocodile. The little freshwater crocodiles, they are relatively friendly. Just leave them alone. They're okay. But the estuarine crocodile, it'll be breeding through that time of the year. So with the water levels higher, they'll get access up through creeks and stuff like that. Hence, areas being closed off because of crocodiles being a risk as well. I think you just got to try both. Every water hole offers something different. They're all quite spectacular, but they all offer something different.